I disconnected over here.
Oh, okay. Good. Stay in front every time. Who's help? Who's helping? There you go. Give help. There you go. Block him out. Help, Micah. Good. Make him score over your head. There we go. Good. Crowd it. Already the rules make them better defenders. Because,
Yep. And even though the guy helps inside and he's driving, he helps in and he drops, but then you kick it out here, but that's still a lower percentage.
Yeah. And you're just making them hit all the tough ones. It's like, hey, okay, hit 10 of those.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's.
We played the team at national.
Hey, keep playing. Play. Is that 3?
We got 4 teams over here, so does the winning team over here stay on? Or
No, it'll be y'all 1s and 2s over there, and then we'll switch it. Cause he probably should be with this group. Or is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just drills.
We played a team at national, the varsity group, and their whole it was a team from India.
Hey, y'all got 40 seconds left.
I think it was Indiana or something.
Yeah.
And their whole strategy was to driving kick. I mean, they would get a rebound right there.
Huh? Everything's 1. So y'all don't fall in love with 3. Good pump fake.
Oh, good job, man. Anyway, their whole thing was driving kick, and so they would get a rebound right there and kick it out, or they would drive all the way to the rim and kick it back out.
Yeah.
And we tried to do an umbrella kind of.
Hey, that's game. New girl, ladies, go out.
Modified 2-3 or something, and it didn't work. I mean,
they could just shoot it. They could really shoot.
They had so many. Whenever they penetrated, well, then we just sucked in.
Oh,
just like normal. And then they had so many uncontested threes.
Yeah.
But they only shot. I think it was 13% from the 3. 13 or 15%.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They took like.
Huh? No. New team. So, ladies, y'all have 3-on-3 now.
So it was crazy. So many uncontested threes, and they would have killed us if they'd have hit anything.
Yeah.
But they were just terrible from shooting from threes. But
Yeah.
that was their game plan.
Wow.
And they did a really good job of driving the kick.
Y'all can't remember y'all's numbers? Hey, let's go. We got y'all on the clock. I'm going to teach them another concept after this so they can scrimmage. And the other thing that they're getting a lot of reps at is interior passing. You know, because when the help comes, that's why I always send help super early because I think most kids are too selfish to consistently beat us that way. You know what I mean? Like the driver has to score in his head. So like just stand in front of him, making him shoot a shot he don't practice. Like we're so big on trying to wall up. It's ridiculous. Now I watched Serbia play, and oh, that's game. Hey, but you could have saved that possession. How could you have saved it? He had a wide open layup, right? If you would have ran all the way over here and made him kick it out there, the game wouldn't have been over. All right. Hey, real quick. Hey, let's pause it now. Hey, so now I'm going to show you guys. Okay, I do this all the time. How many basketballs is on the court when you play? How many players? 10 players. If everything's created equal, you have the ball 10% of the time. All right? And that means you don't get subbed out the game, you don't get injured, whatever. You're a primary ball handler, you're the starter. So if you're getting it more than 10% of the time. Most people, so in the totality of the game, you have the ball in your hand 5% of the game. All right? And some of y'all jump in the car upset with yourselves about the 5%. There's 95% out there that you could have done better. Rebounding, defense, moving without the ball when you don't have it. Most kids don't know what to do when they don't have the ball. So Elias, go to the wing over there to the slide. Ethan, go corner. Let me see the ball. Let me get Van, go to that corner. Everybody else step off. All right, so here's the rules. If I'm on this is called the 45 where Elias and I are at. If a guy from the 45 drives, the opposite corner cuts. If the guy in the corner drives, so stay out there, then the 45 cuts. Now, this is why this is difficult. Let's throw it back to Van. It is super difficult when the ball starts getting driven and deep for me in a position of guarding Elias to see ball and man. That is difficult. All right? So when he starts to drive, that's why you cut because he'll be there. And more than importantly, let's say you did cut there. Because you cut there, the guy who's guarding Ethan is probably going to be covering you, and that opens up Ethan. Yeah. All right, so let's get step out here real quick. Let me get so let me get some of y'all defending. Both of y'all defend. 1, 2. Give me another somebody else guard. Micah, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need one more defender. All right. So hey, so this is what we're gonna do. Normally we would just drill it and let y'all the defenders step off real quick. This will be the drill that y'all learn first. All right, pass it around. When I say drive, I need the correct person to cut and drive. Drive. All right, good. All right, let's move it. Keep it moving. Throw it out. Replace. You go over there. Keep it moving. Good. Good. Drive. All right, good. All right, so now one thing to keep in mind is control your pace. So if I drive, it's okay for me to, so now I can talk while I'm dribbling. All right, and most players, this is what most players do. They drive, somebody cut. If I'm driving, I shouldn't be talking to somebody. Who should I be talking to? Cut. I know who should be cutting now. All right, so now I can slow down. Oh, cut. Oh, no, it's not there. Boom, we get it out if it's not there and get back to your spot. So now defense, get out here. So now y'all play, and whenever that don't mean you have to throw it to the cutter. Just put pressure on the defense and fill the 4 spots out. All right, y'all go whenever y'all want now. Go. Good jabs. All right, go again. Hey, no, flip it. Another group, go. Hurry. Let's go. Move it. Good. Somebody got to drive to get the drill started. If nobody drives, you can't get the drill going. There we go. Good. All right. So y'all seeing some of the rules, right? Those are the laws to basketball that make you good without having to run plays. All right. So we're going to combine both groups, and I want y'all to focus on the rules. I really don't care who wins, who scores. All that I care is that you get your job right. When somebody drives, the opposite is going to cut. Again, all right? So real quick, if you were a 1, what number are you? You were a 1? If you're a 1, regardless of team, go to that side. If you're a 2, come to this side. You're 2. So is it 6, 2, 4, 5? It was 5? All right, as long as it's even. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. All right, so hey, number out 1 through 6, 1 and 2. Y'all number out 1 through 6. 1 and 2 are our first, then 3 and 4, then 5 and 6. All right. Hey, same thing over here. If you were a 1, go over here. If you're a 2, over here. All right, so same thing. Number out 1 through 6. Number out 1 through 6. All right, 1 and 2 are off. 3, 4, 5, and 6 get on the court. 3, 4. Talk. Y'all got to talk. Communicate. All right. So those are your rules. Do y'all know what domino is? Like it's 2 people up top and 2 people in the corner. Like I had it set up. That's how you try to set up each time. All right. So raise your hand if you're a 1, so I'll know what's the teams. 1, 2, 3. What number are you? Okay, 4. All right. So we got a ball. 1s are on offense. All right, throw that. 1s are on offense. At 2s, you got to guard somebody. All right, let's go. Hold it. I don't want you cutting until what? Until what happens? Not when I say, just when somebody drove. All right, then we'll cut. So go one more time. All right, start moving it. You can drive. Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. There she go. Oh, she was open. Did you see her though? Not really? Okay, so you're worried about the ball. That's all right. Here, you got the ball. You can just stay wherever you had it at. All right, hey, pause it real quick. One of the biggest things that I'm seeing, let me see the ball. Eyes over it. They're looking. Micah guard me. One of the biggest things I'm seeing is y'all don't have a stop or a reverse button. So, like, once you start driving, regardless, it don't matter how good the defense is. I'm driving, he helps. Y'all look like, no, just stop. There's nothing there for you. So then you could just wait for the cut. You could go, cut. It's not there, then throw it out. Like, you got to have a reverse button. So I don't want the person who drives initially to score on your first drive. I want him focusing on his vision. What do you see? All right? And after a while, you'll be the person that can say, oh, my bad, I missed you. But right now, you can't say that because y'all are like this. So you can't see nothing that's going on. All right, let's try it again. All right, go. Oh, my bad, 3s and 4s off. Yeah, 3s and 4s are off. Did y'all sub yet? 3s and 4s are off. Sub. 3s and 4s. Hurry. Who's on offense? The 1s or 2? What number are you? 2s? 2s are on offense. 2s are on offense, though. You got to get higher. Slide. Hold it. Throw it back. So you know where they should throw it back here. Throw it back. Stand there. So how is the spacing over there? Not good. So what should you do with the ball in your hands? Hey, lift up. You got to communicate that. Well, you still got to find all that out. That's super important. Not knowing who's on your team is important. So you got to start talking so they're in a position to succeed. All right, here we go. That's not, you good. You could drive too. Okay. Who cuts? Up, turnover. Forgot to cut. If you forget to cut, turnover. All right, here we go. Hey, let's talk. You're guarding. There we go. Good cut. Nice. Good. Now get back to your spot. Good. Cut. Turnover. Who was supposed to cut for you? Who? Opposite, the 45 opposite. So he was. She's cutting every time. But in the corner, this guy should cut. All right, rotate. Gotta cut. Start thinking. So time out. Right now, if he were to drive, who would be the cutter? Throw it here. Who would be the cutter? You? All right. We got to know that before the action happens. Every time a new person gets the ball, know where you are on the floor. All right, let's balance it a little bit. All right, let's go. There we go. Good. Good. There we go. Good. Cut again. Good. Nice. All right. Oh, stay. There you go. Oh, turnover. Who should be cutting for you? Oh, do you know who should be cutting? Who you should be looking at? Yep. All right. Turnover. Now, hey, if anybody does this, I'll save the turnover. Like, if you were to drive and you would have went, hey, cut. I would allow y'all to keep the ball. But if you just let her not do the right thing, then I call turnover. Y'all get what I'm saying? So there's two ways to save it. You either do your job or I help you do your job. But that's the only way to keep your possession. All right, here we go. Oh, there we go. That's the pass. Good. Hey, 5 and 6. 5 and 6. Oh, yeah, y'all subbing on your own. Y'all subbed on your own?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. The ball?
Got you.
Hey, did y'all sub 5 and 6? All right, let's go ahead. 5 and 6. Huh? Let's still flip it. Let's flip it instead of it being make ticket. Oh, y'all missing somebody. Oh, she cut. My bad. That's on me. All right, go ahead. Okay, so establish the team. Raise your hand if you're a 1 on the court. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 1's have ball. 2's get on defense. Space the floor properly first. So balance the floor. There we go. Oh, pause it. Oh, stay there. Oh, okay. It's too late. You good. I'll make the point later. All right, let's go. There we go. Nice. Hey, that's how you talk. Good. Bounce the floor. Get the floor balanced first. Don't force it. Good. Oh, don't turn it over just because she's not open, though. All right. Keep playing. That was much better. I saw you didn't talk, but I saw you point. You need to talk, though. Turnover. You got to cut sooner.
The rule again was if it drives from the wing, then the corner. If you drive it from the wing, then the corner cuts.
Yeah.
And then if the corner drives,
Turnover. What are you supposed to do?
If the corner drives, the opposite 45 cuts.
Yeah.
I like that.
And it just kind of lets them know where the ball should be. Now, unfortunately,
and the emphasis on not just driving in, and expecting that the cutter's going to be open.
Right.
Because when we do drills, they don't get out of the drill.
yeah,
They just go, oh, that guy's cutting. I need to throw
I
it.
got to pass
I
it.
got to throw it.
Like right there.
And it's just like, come on, guys. This is
Yeah.
supposed to help you, teach you basketball.
Read, right. You want to read. Exactly. Nice. Way to attract attention. Hey, we're gonna pause it real quick. But look, hey, go, Elias, go out to the corner. I just want you to show you what just happened because you did your job and cut. So Ethan got by his guy. So Ethan act like you're guarding Elias. And because Ethan got deep, Tucker he had to help. But go ahead and finish your cut. So now, because he cut, Ethan would have to go with him. And now, when you help, guess who's wide open? Now, let's say you don't do your job. Go back. Ethan would do what's called a stunt. So if you don't cut and he helps, go ahead and help. Ethan would stunt there, and then this is what a stunt is called. So because you gotta help him for a moment. You would stunt, and then Ethan would get back. All right. So that's if you don't cut. So when I drove, I went here. Ethan would buy some time so he don't shoot it, and then you run back out there, and then a lot of times there's nothing there now. You get what I'm saying? But if you do your job, Ethan can't stunt. We just get a wide open three. So we got to understand, like, just because I don't get the ball, I still got a job to do. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a 2-1 split on the weak side, but I'm saying that's what that created. All right? We're going to let y'all get a break. Let's meet in the bleachers real quick. All right, last possession right here. Good. Oh, finish that cut. Hard. Hey, let's pause it. Let's meet in the bleachers. If you got water, get you a sip, get a drink. Do any of y'all happen to have notebooks? Go ahead and grab it real quick.
Just making sure.
Yeah, I use my notes app.
Go ahead.
You can't even. You have an extra pen pad. I like it. Yeah, I have an extra.
All right, everybody, all good and set. Hey, so real quick, let's first in your notepad. Yeah, go ahead and grab that. You grab it real quick if you need to. Hey, in your notepad, write the most important thing in basketball is. By the way, what is the most important thing in basketball? Footwork. Write it down. And the best players that are consistently good, again, you're looking at the most fundamental players. I mean, every shot I see Clay and Steph shoot, they are always unbalanced. It takes footwork to get yourself that balanced that quickly out of so many situations, all right? We talked about Kyrie, his footwork. You talk about a leaper. You think I'm going to jump my highest when I'm like this or when I'm balancing like this? Like if I come out of a spin, I got to be balanced to explode. That's all footwork. So I spend a lot of time trying to put value on footwork because I know how poorly it's taught, if it's taught at all. Like there's not a value on it. So everybody's just like, footwork. They just think that's just jumping on a speed ladder a few times a week. It's not. It's beyond that. All right. So what's another thing? If you're going to be a person who can read people off the dribble, what skill do you have to do? I gave it a term. There you go. You got to be able to pocket the ball. What options does pocketing the ball give you? Dribble, pass, shoot. And well, I would say attack, but it gives you the option to attack both left and right. Look, if you have the ball as a basketball player, the more things people have to think about, the tougher you are to guard. When I was in college, there was a really good three-point shooter named Josh Alexander, and then there was another guy who was the tops in the league. And there's a reason why I remember Josh Alexander's name, because he was really tough to guard. And the reason is, he was a lot like when y'all see Steph. If you close out too fast to Steph, guess what? Pump fake, go right by you, make something good happen below you. The other guy, he would just catch and shoot every time. So this is what I would do when I would guard him. I would guard, they'd kick it out, and I'd close out as hard as I could because I knew he would always shoot it because he was a good shooter, and I would get good contests. Josh Alexander, on the other hand, they throw it out to him. Sometimes I had a short closeout. Sometimes it was too fast because guess what? I was worried, is he going to shoot it? Is he going to drive? So I had more things to think about. That's what you have to do as a ball player. you got to give a person more things to think about. So when I do this, you don't know if I'm gonna throw the pass, you don't know if I'm gonna go left or rip it and go right. So now you or shoot it, right? So you got to learn to pocket the ball because of the value that brings. All right. So this is what we're going to talk about. First of all, put my app down. It's Star Players app. If you don't know how to spell my last name, Plair. Um, Star Players app, Plairs. Star Players app. Um, and basically, it'll have a little test that I'm gonna kind of throw out there for y'all to think about right now. So the first thing I want y'all to write down is write down your strength. And we have Tim. Do I have that on the free version of the app? Like when I go down the strength, weakness within strength, and weakness. Okay. So first thing, write down your strength. All right. The second thing, write down the weakness within your strength, and then the third thing you write down is your weakness. Your strengths put you on the court. Your weaknesses take you off. All right. So this is the analogy I gave on there is let's say your strength is shooting. That's your strength. Now, what's the weakness within that strength that you might have? A lot of people think, oh, well, I'm a good shooter. And then you start asking them questions like, can you shoot off screens? Can you shoot off the dribble? Can you shoot from range? Can you shoot off a pin down? And they're like, what's a pin down? It's like, okay, now all of a sudden when you're in those situations, are you still a good shooter? Because if all you can do is catch and shoot, guess what? I'll just send a guy to close out and run you off the line every time, and then all of a sudden you become a less of a player. That can't be how simple the scouting report is on you if you're a shooter. So a lot of kids get confused. The other thing I want you to know, to really decide if you're a really good shooter or not, if you want to take a shot that's outside of Rob to me is, are you in range, are you open, and are you balanced? So we take a bunch of shots and we establish what each kid's range is. Hey man, as long as you take a shot 15 feet or this amount of feet that you've established, you're not going to hear anything from me when you take that shot in the game. All right. Are you open? And we decide what open looks like. There's a defender here. If it's more than 2.5 feet of space, then that's considered open. If it's less than that, that's not. And then are you balanced? Are you here ready to shoot, or are you like this leaning, moving the goal? All right. So if you're in range, open, or balanced. So those are the things that clarifies a good shot. And sometimes with my AU groups, we had them just watch film. And the only thing we'd watch on film is, hey, that's an A shot, meaning like letter grade, a B or F, A, B, or F. So then we'd watch a shot. Hey, what was that? Was that an A, a B, or an F shot? And that's a B. We could have got better, but he's a good shooter, so we could deal with it. Or that's off the dribble, two guys in his face. That's an F shot. And then we start knowing what a good shot is as a collective group. All right. And the reason that helps you is because as a team, once you know that, okay, Van caught the ball, he's definitely going to shoot that shot. So I could start offensive rebounding as if I was on defense. All right. So let's get back to it. Your strength, let's say it's shooting. When you know you're a good shooter, this is the percentages you shoot. You need to at least 6 out of 10 at y'all's age, but when you get older, it's 7 out of 10. If I can hit 7 out of 10 shots from right here, I'm good, because you're going to shoot 30% less in a game than you do in practice. So in an empty gym, if you're 7 for 10, in a game, you're going to be 4 for 10. That's a good 3-point percentage in high school. What usually happens is kids think they're good shooters, and they only can make 5 for 10 from here in an empty gym. Guess what your percentage is going to be when you get in a game? I just kind of gave the percentage. What y'all think your percentage is going to be if you're 5 for 10 from there? 20%. All right? And you take that test multiple times, and it starts letting you know who you really are. A lot of players' basketball geography is off. That's why when I coach, I had everybody got parent problems. I have parent problems, everybody, because everybody, baby, is a really good shooter in their minds. All right. But when you really get down to the numbers, what I decide is a good shooter and what you decide might be two different things. That's the stat you should use. And so if you want to take some me shots, meaning you got to go on the court and prove to me that you can make 7 out of 10 of those, and then I'll let you take those shots. I'll legit let you take them, but chances are you won't be able to hit that kind of shot consistently enough. All right. So then you have to notice your weakness. Anybody know any of their weaknesses? Anybody raise their hand and could think of a weakness that they have? What's a weakness? Shooting's a weakness. Okay, so let's kind of walk through that. If shooting is a weakness, what do you have to do to change that? Okay, yeah. Now, this is what I would say. And I would say you have to break shooting down in pieces. So I've told this story many a times to the guys that train. I played at Wurzburg, Germany. That's where Dirk Nowitzki's from. All right. So Dirk Nowitzki put on the greatest shooting display I have ever seen. I was sitting like where y'all were. He had built this gym called Nike that we practiced at. He was shooting in the gym. He probably shot about 700 shots. And if you count the shots that hit rim and still went in, he probably shot like 550 for 700. It was crazy. It was crazy. But even if you count those as misses, they hit rim, then went in. If you count those as misses, he's like 500, 700. So I asked him what I thought the dumbest question was ever. I was like, how'd you do that? He was like, I take every shot like it's game 7 of the NBA Finals. This is when they was playing the Heat, the Heat, Dallas Mavericks. All right. I was like, wow, okay. And I'm a pro at this point, and I had never really practiced like that consistently. But you could tell he was by the results he was getting. The next day, we come into Nike. He's shooting in front of the goal. And he's like right in front of the rim doing this. And I was like, all right, so what are you focusing on right now? He's like, I'm making sure it comes off these 2 fingers last. And he wouldn't just shoot like 10. Most of y'all shoot 10 and move. He'd make like 50 from the block. Then he'd move over 2 feet and make 50. So by the time he did that, he had made like, 200 shots just right under the rim, focusing on this. Then he'd move back. And I was like, all right, now what are you focused on? So now he's like 10 feet away. He's like, I'll make sure my wrist snaps straight down every time. All right. I'm just like, wow. Okay. So then he started getting into his routine. And I don't know if he did this every day, but he obviously, that was his routine. The whole thing that I'm saying is, if you want to become good at something, especially a fine motor skill like shooting, you have to learn to isolate the skill. Because for you to be he said, for me to be a great shooter, guess what has to happen every time I shoot the ball? It has to come off these 2 fingers last. My wrist has to snap straight down. My, whatever his other things were. And that's how you change that. And that takes a lot of work. And here's the thing that y'all got to think about. It's easy to get good at your strengths or grow your strengths to a certain extent. It's not easy to grow weaknesses because it takes a level of mental toughness or it takes maybe a coach that's going to force you to do stuff that you're not willing to do until you start to get good at it. And I don't know if everybody's ready for that process. But I suggest everybody go after something that's that difficult because once you prove to yourself that you can do hard things, it translates well past basketball. All right. So those are some of the things I want y'all to really think about that I don't know that kids are. All right. Look at time. And we have till 4, right? Okay. So this is the next thing that I kind of want to talk about. We're gonna do it in a group setting, because I think we could cover a lot of footwork stuff. If you want to know why most turnovers are created, and you should probably write this down, it's due to footwork. If you have poor footwork and you get trapped, you're on your heels and you're gonna let go of the ball and throw the ball softly out of the trap. If you have really good footwork and you can reverse and step through, you'll be more aggressive. And more than likely, you'll have more dead ball turnovers than live ball turnovers. Who knows the difference between the two? All right. Who knows the difference between a live ball turnover and a dead ball turnover? What you got? One you can dribble, one you cannot? No. So this is how you should think of it. This is a live ball turnover. Oh, man, they're trapping me. And you throw it. The other team runs through the pass and goes and dunks or lays up the ball. So no defense is back there to stop him from laying that ball up, right? This is a dead ball turnover. Oh, I'm being aggressive. Comes off my legs. What's the advantage to that turnover versus the last one I just showed you? Huh? They got to take out the ball. We get to get set up on defense. All turnovers are not created equal. So, I've had parents come to me, my kid turns it over just like that kid turns it over. Yeah, but your kid got live ball turnovers. I can't defend that. All right? And usually live ball turnovers come from fear. All right? So, and if you're scared of something, you got to quantify it somehow. This is what I did with fear, is I started realizing like, man, whenever I'm scared of something, it usually comes from ignorance. And that made me feel better because I can control that. What is it that I don't know? And I keep getting these turnovers because my confidence is down and I'm nervous whenever they sit in trunk. What is it that I don't know or that I'm not doing? And then you start realizing that, man, I'm not as scared anymore once I know what to do in that situation. Not knowing why will make you scared because you have no idea how to fix it. You're helpless. So you got to get information on how to fix that. That's how you fix fear. And that's how you raise confidence. And you raise confidence through repetition. So that's why I'm glad y'all are here. And that's why, like, these journals that we're talking about, like in the gym, I should have done it a long time ago. But the reason I want y'all writing this stuff down is because you can't let information just lead to more knowledge. Information has to start leading to action. As you get more information, you got to start putting the reps in it takes so you can be confident in an area. All right. And when you write stuff down, first you have to think. There's no way you can write without thinking. All right. Right now, I'm telling y'all what to put in a sense. But after every practice, after every skill training session, after every game, you should write stuff down. Man, what was hard today? What went good? What went bad? And how do I fix it? And now that you start thinking, the next time you'll come in the gym with a plan. You know, because most kids, their plan is just like, man, I'm just gonna go put work in at the gym. You go for 2 hours, you throw up 100 pointless shots, and probably what you should have been working on is clock passing and other things. That is why you lose your confidence in the game. But people don't write it down, so they don't have a plan. All right, so get in the habit of writing stuff down. If there was one single thing that I could ask y'all to do, if you did it the rest of your life, that would change your life, it would be writing things down and reflecting on what's going on. That would be the best thing. All right. So technology has kind of ruined that for y'all. Kids don't write nearly as much as they should, I think, which means they don't have to think as much. There's so many people that can tell them what to do. So create a habit of journaling stuff. All right. And then you'll be able to see where you've come from. Like some of y'all, especially some of the ladies, y'all struggled with through the legs. Oh, today we did through the legs. Those drills were so hard. I hated it. And then you decide to work on going through the legs because you wrote it in your journal that was difficult. And then 3 months from now, that's your warm up instead of a workout. And then you can be proud of where you've come from. A lot of people don't write stuff down. You're always in the moment, so you can't even appreciate what you've done. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta get to the point where you can reflect on situations so you can grow from them. All right. So look, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna explain the drill first because I don't want to sit in the drill super long, but I want y'all to know why. So stand up real quick. And Caleb, stand up. Sit up me over here. You could drop your notepad real quick. So this is what I want y'all to understand. The first thing we're doing. Some of y'all that came to Deer Creek Camp, I went over this. So stand opposite of me, and then you're guarding. All right. So the first thing, when you come to most camps, and it always kills me because they work on chest passes, and I'm like, why? Why? I mean, if you're the age of the group that just left, I get that. Can I throw a chest pass right now? Matter of fact, let's do even better. You sit down, you get it. Little miss in the middle. Hurry. All right, and I'm way bigger than her. What about now? Can I throw a chest pass even now? I'm like a whole 1.5 feet taller than her. Can't throw a chest pass. So in basketball, you're going to have very few moments where you get to throw this pass. All right? So the next option is most people throw this pass, and that's what we want. Y'all run 1-3-1 at Aggie Land. I teach it at CHSA. That's the best pass to know where a ball is going. Soon as somebody does this, we all know where that ball is about to go. And we feast on it immediately. All right? Because we train them to, as soon as you see that ball goes up, they're telling you where they're going with the pass. Very few kids are getting trapped looking this way, throwing that way. I'd say hardly any at all. So now, this is a clock pass right here. So right now, her hand is low. So I would throw, we're just going to say this is a 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock pass. All right? And we'll do the same on this side instead of switching it up, saying 9, 11. All right, so this is 1 o'clock. So I would throw it like that from here. All right? Throw it back. Now, if I'm trying to throw an entry pass and you hear me say fake a pass to make a pass, this is how you do that. Since her hand is low, I'm going to fake 5 o'clock and make her hand go lower and then throw 1. If her hand was high, so let's get your hand high. There you go. I would fake 1 o'clock to get her hand to go higher. You see that window now? So I fake her hand higher and then throw a bounce pass. All right? And the next thing about passing that you need to know is you got to pass with your wrist, not your arm. So when she so her hand is low. So if I fake here and then I have to use my whole arm, she's going to replace her hand. Does that make sense? If you throw with your arm, you're going to get a lot of deflections. You got to learn to pass with your wrist. So if I could do this, boom, and then flick my wrist, I could get it where it needs to be quicker. All right. So learn to pass with your wrist. All right. So you can sit down. So let's say Caleb and I are practicing, and we're going to do this very quickly, just so y'all can get reps and see how it feels. So I will write that in my journal is learn the clock pass. And then the last thing that I kind of want to touch is that kids don't watch enough film. And I used to think I was watching film when I was in high school. Then I got to college and I realized what real film study looked like. All right. But there's multiple ways to watch it. I'm going to do a thing where I'm teaching kids how to watch film. But watching film slows the game down. So the moment we see 3 and we see a dribble handoff, I already know from watching film, oh man, they're trying to get backside action. The game literally slows down. I mean, I was in games before when I was in college. I would tell the guy, hey, Caleb, you're supposed to come off that stagger screen. And Caleb like, coach, he knows my plays. No, I just watched film. You forgot the play. You should have came off the stagger. And guess what that puts me in a position to do? Get a lot of steals, look really good in front of my coaches. So you got to watch film. You learn tendencies, all that stuff. So make sure you can watch film. But so this is the thing that you need to make sure you practice. Practice throwing with your wrist. So I throw it here. 1 o'clock pass, throw a 1 o'clock. There you go. Now throw a 3. So I throw a 3 o'clock, and I'm still trying to be accurate. 5 o'clock. All right. So throw a bounce on the 5. Yep. So those are all your passes that you're going to have to be able to do. So now you watch yourself in film and you watch your turnovers. And how many turnovers are going to happen when you try to throw a chest pass when you should have thrown a clock pass? But guess what? I don't lose confidence when I know that. I say, man, I better learn how to throw some clock passes. You get what I'm saying? That's what information does for you. That's why it's so important that y'all are doing this stuff that we're doing today, because information is what's going to help you make you not as fearful, but reps is going to help build your confidence. All right, so real quick, we'll partner in a ball. We're going to do clock passes. I mean, real quick, and then we're going to jump into some other stuff that are on a touch, like blocking out. All right, so let's go ahead and put the notes down, and then partner in a ball. Who I got right here? Kirsch. This Kirsch? Kirsch? It's a girl's ball. Oh, gotcha. What's your first name?
Lisa.
Lisa. Okay. Yeah. Hey, real quick, just get opposite of your partner, 10 to 15 feet. Hey, let's just throw 1 o'clock passes. All right. Try to pass with your wrist and not your whole arm. All right, ready, begin. Don't throw it like a baseball. It's not a baseball. You get it here, flick your wrist. Hey, eyes. One more thing. Hey, step the direction that you're passing. So you face me. There you go. You want to step, like if I have it, I want you to step out and create more of a passing lane. All right. Now there is a such thing as a cross step, but that's when you step past people so you can get it there. But let's just step same side as the ball. All right, ready? 1 o'clock passes. Go. You left-handed? You're a lefty? Throw some right-handed ones since you're a lefty. 3 o'clock. 3. Good. All right, 5 o'clock. Up, one bounce. 5. So you got to throw it with one hand essentially. Yep. Those Tim, those cones, did we put them back? Oh, I see. All right, hey, so we're going 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. So fake 1, throw 5. Remember, step with your same foot that you're passing with. You good. All right, pause it. All right, so let me get 1, 2, 3, 4. Top of the key. You stand. You lead the line. Y'all go ahead and go to the top of the key there. Let me see the ball. All right, so look, what we're gonna do this time is we're gonna do a reverse pivot drill, and we're gonna throw a 3 o'clock pass each time. So here. So you throw it here. I'm gonna work on a split stance. Here, let me explain split stance. Ethan, come guard me real quick. Like I said, let's cover as much information as we can. All right, so get a little closer, like top of the key. All right, so if Ethan is like one pass away and he's helping in so you don't drive right there, that's good. Me being able to catch in the split stance is super important. All right, so if he throws me the ball, this is a split stance. I got a straight drive to the basket. I don't know if y'all saw me kind of do this lateral away from Ethan, but that's going to help me get a drive, or it creates momentum. Ethan probably runs too fast this way, and now I could go this way on him. I haven't even dribbled, and I'm already in the paint. You get what I mean? Super important that you can make 0.5 decisions. A 0.5 decision is making a decision to shoot, drive, or pass as soon as you catch the ball. Those are the best players. Not the fast players, the fast players. All right? So that's a split stance, all right? Now, if I don't know how to do this this lateral that I just did, I don't create momentum, and guess how quickly Ethan recovers? If I just go like this, Ethan's already there. But just a little bit of this shuffle puts Ethan in a bad spot. Does that make sense? All right. So knowing how to move before you catch the ball so you can have driving lanes and advantages is something to learn. All right. So Ethan could go back this time. So when I catch the ball, Ethan, throw it to me. Ethan's going to replace me. This is called the 45. And I want y'all to say it because when I start driving, typically this guy isn't seeing that person. The only thing that lets me know that Ethan's is back there is that he says 45. And once I hear that, then I can reverse pivot and throw a 3 o'clock pass back to Ethan. As soon as Ethan catches it in a split, he takes off. I go to the end of the line. Whoever's next in line goes behind him and says 45. Then Ethan stops, 3 o'clock pass. All right, so let's see if we can get a couple of those in a row. So Ethan throws it to me. Boom. 45. He says 45. Boom. I throw it to him. Get all the way to that wing. Come on, lad. All right, so y'all get the gist. All right, pause. Now, the only difference is when you went, this is how your feet stop. I'm talking footwork. You went like this. What's wrong with this? Do you know? Okay, so think about this. If this is my pivot, this is how long I am. This is where the ball comes out, even with this white line. What if you were to put this foot down? Does he have a chance of stealing that or a lesser chance? You see where the ball drops at, where I released it? So being able to use the right foot to make you longer, to make sure he gets the pass. Here's the quote. I love this quote. I say it all the time, so you're going to hear me a lot more than that, so get used to it. Once you understand the importance of small things, you'll realize there's no such thing as small things. When you get back to your journal, write that down because it's super important. Once you understand the importance of small things, you'll realize there's no such thing as small things. All right, so what we'll do to do this drill is we'll have a line start here, and then y'all go that way, and then we'll have a line here, however y'all split up. Y'all are driving with your left hand, boom, throw it back, and you keep the drill going. All right, you only need one ball for this. 3 o'clock pass. Y'all get the drill, or y'all understand it? All right, so y'all's line starts about right here. Throw it, and then you replace at the 45. All right? You only need one ball. Put it here. Attack. Good. Oh, get there. Talk to him. Talk to him. Oh, ladies, y'all over here. Yep. So if the line starts behind you, you go first. Liso. Okay, so you're going to go left foot, and then you're going to reverse it that way. All right. There you go. Good. And then attack. Left hand. Attack. Good. Hey, y'all got 20 seconds. 20 seconds. So you're just trying to teach them how to move without the ball. Where should you be? Where you need a release person at all times. I love it. All right, hey, pause it. Hey, all you're gonna do is switch sides. So yeah, just switch sides. Stay on the same court, but switch sides. Go ahead and get it started. Go ahead and get it started. Oh, you got to pivot away from the defense. Oh, a pivot away from the defense. Oh, pivot away. Van, your defender's on your left side. You can't dribble with your left hand. Oh, who's there? Good. All right, pause it. All right, so hey, there's plenty of situations where we could put you in where you could work on all these different types of clock passes. All right, so now the group, who was in your group? Whoever was in your group, come over here with me and line up. So I need 3 of y'all down there, 3 of y'all down here. So 3 of y'all run down there. All right, so let me borrow that ball. All right, so we went over some passes a second ago where you're stationary, and that's great. But now I'll put it, for a lot of y'all, this is going to be your battle exercise. All right, now, a lot of coaches are going to tell you, don't throw one-handed passes. I'm not going to say that because I threw a ton of them, and every really good player at the next level that I played against that was a guard could throw these passes. Now, I get why coaches would say it, so I'm going to dial it back so y'all know why. Right now, I am your trainer. I am not your coach. So a good reason on why a coach would say this is because unless you're willing to put in the work to defy the odds of this is a turnover, if you're not willing to put in that work, then I would just say, hey, nobody throws any one-handed passes. But here's the realistic thing about this. So if you're guarding me, and Micah, stand at half court so you separate from them. All right. Do you think I can throw? He's running with me. You think I can throw a two-handed pass right now? His hand's right here. So there's plenty of times where Micah's open, you're dribbling, and you're going to have to throw a pass off the dribble to somebody. All right? So, like, if that's a play that can be made and a coach is telling me I only can throw two-handed passes, like, I get it, though, because, look, if somebody jumps in the passing lane and I do this, I can't bring this thing back. It's gone. And the reason two-handed passes does make sense is because I can hold it. But I'm telling you, if you're a high-level player, you got to be able to throw it off the dribble to open guys, and it's going to have to be off of one hand. All right. Another thing, you hear jump passes. Don't make jump passes. I don't tell my players that train that either, because as long as you're not jumping to find somebody, that's different than jumping the pass. Because right now, if I'm going to be still and try to throw Ethan a pass from here, and I'm not going to jump the pass and create a passing lane, then I got to throw it like that. All right. But if I'm driving and I want to get it to Ethan quick, a jump pass creates a passing lane that makes him get the ball quicker in a more efficient way and probably playing against closeouts. So you can jump to make a pass, but don't jump to find a pass. Because now if I don't know where I'm going with the ball already, then guess what? You're going to come down with it. That makes sense? So just understand the difference. I think some people adopt rules without thinking about why the rules were there in the first place. That's why they're there. I'm just a believer that if you're willing to practice, you can outplay the statistics if you know why they're there. All right, so you stand behind me. So this is what we're going to do. Just to get a body, stand in front, Ethan. So if I'm dribbling up and Ethan's in front of me and Van is open, I need to be able to create a passing lane. So if that means I need to go like this so I can throw it to Van on a line, then I need to be able to do a move and make a pass. The best guards do it. If Ethan's hands are really high as I'm coming up, let's say I'm doing it behind the back, boom, I got to throw it from different angles. So being able to throw that pass from here, and then possibly there, and that gets it to him quick, all that stuff matters. All right. All right. So you can go back, Ethan. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna work on the moves, and you're passing off the dribble. So what we're gonna do is we're always going right to left. I'm sorry. We're always going towards the side, the baseline that's closest to you. So I'm gonna go left to right when I'm going this direction. Van is gonna go right to left. So we'll go crossovers first. I'm gonna get here, create a passing lane, and then I run to the end of this line. Van dribbles with his right hand, right to left, throw it off the dribble. Stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there. There you go. And you're gonna go next. So drop back, drop back. So then Van, you're good. Keep going, Van. All right, now dribble with your left hand. Cross it over, pass it. Just cross over for now. I'll tell you out through the legs. Starting your right hand. All right, get a rhythm going. Go quick, 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 quick. Huh? What's that? Y'all are going to do that too. Now, let me step up. Now look at one more thing before we continue. So now, some of y'all are dribbling more on this side of the D-man. Just dribble right at him. All right? But then the next one I'll say go through the legs. So learn to make a move going through the legs and then pass. All right? On the move. All right? So crossover, then through the legs, then behind the back. All right? Ready, go. Crossovers first. There we go. Good. Dribble with your right hand, Micah? Yeah. Through the legs. Through the legs. Throw it right off the bounce. Through the legs. Through the legs. Between your legs. Learn to do a move on the move. All right, behind the back. That's a difficult one. Off the dribble. Nice. Good job. Is that Benjamin? We don't use the C word. Can't.